Minora, and welcome to the growing
kumanta yan,
family.
Oo. Pero matanong ko lang,
Yes.
kasi di ba may LA Fires? I'm very curious.
Yes.
Whether the NBA All-Star
There were some
Weekend
games. There were some games actually that was postponed. The LA games, LA Laker game, and also the LA Clipper game. So,
But the All-Star Weekend, no news yet if that will push through.
yung game na move siya, na-postpone siya.
All-Star
Di pa.
Next
Sa
month.
ngayon tuloy pa, next month pa naman eh. So,
I guess kailangan nila tumutok sa inyo sa play-by-play para malaman.
yeah.
Yes.
All right, na. Thank you, girls, of the big story. On the show tonight, we've got the results of today's NBA games, plus the KBL debuts of Kevin Cabao and JD Kagulangan.
And we've got updates from the Australian Open as the first Grand Slam tournament of the year begins.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Puts it on the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Macunas rejecting Esteban for the
After 12 straight wins dating back to early December, the Cleveland Cavaliers finally go down, and it's all because of the red-hot Indiana Pacers. Final score here, 108-93, with Indy holding Cleveland to their worst scoring night so far this season. The Pacers caught fire in the second half, outscoring the Cavs 68-40. And that's despite the absence of Tyrese Halliburton, who did not play in the final 24 minutes due to tightness in his left hamstring. Andrew Nembhard stepped up to lead the Pacers. He finished with a team-high 19 points. Pascal Siakam added 18 markers and 9 rebounds. The Cavs got a game-high 20 points from Darius Garland in a losing effort. This is Cleveland's first defeat since December 8th of last year and just their second loss at home in 22 matches. But they still have the best record in the league this season with 33 wins and just 5 setbacks. The Pacers extend their own win streak to 6 games. They rise to 5th in the East with 22 victories against 18 losses. Here are Pacers head coach Rick Carlisle and Andrew Nembhard talking about their excellent execution in the last 2 quarters.
We picked up our level of aggression and force in the second half, and we were really tied together. And they missed some shots, they missed some open shots, but so did we. But our calling card has got to be our aggression and our depth. And in the second half, we played the way we needed to play to be competitive in a game like this. Just trying to make it hard on them, and so. All that, it's one game. We got to play these guys again in 2 days. That's, it's a major challenge. And but I just thought our connectivity in the second half was as good as it's been all year. And it has to be against a team of this level in a building with this kind of, this kind of atmosphere. It's very, very difficult to play here.
We ramped up the physicality, and we picked them up full court a little bit better than we did in the first half. And I think that run to start the second half gave us a lot of confidence for the rest of the game and to make plays on both sides of the floor. I think we all individually understand how far it goes in terms of us winning. And I think we all have to take a step back in terms of our own agendas. And we found a way to fit in and still be aggressive, but still understand when to do it for the team, when to do it for ourselves.
The New York Knicks get their biggest win of 2025 yet as they crush the Milwaukee Bucks. Jalen Brunson led the Knicks to a dominant 140-106 win. It was a much-needed victory considering New York's rough start to the year. Entering today's game, the Knicks have lost 4 of their last 5. Brunson dropped 44 big points, tying Carmelo Anthony for 3rd most 40-point games in franchise history with 17. Karl Anthony Towns tallied another huge double-double, 30 markers and 18 rebounds. Giannis Antetokounmpo tried to carry the Bucks with his 24 points and 13 rebounds. The Knicks are still third in the East with 26 victories and 14 defeats. The Bucks are at 6th as they slide to 20 and 17 in the win-loss column. After coming up short, the Greek Freak faced the media to discuss his team's current status.
Yeah, we definitely, I believe, we're a better team than the first time we faced them. But at the end of the day, they came in, played way harder than us, better than us, and they were able to get them in. As I said earlier, I think we're a way better team than the November team. We've proven it. We've played better basketball for long stretches. But at the end of the day, when we play the top 3 teams, we just got to do a better job. We got to go out there and take it. They're not going to give it to us. And we cannot expect them to fold. We cannot expect them because they have a bad stretch. They're going to come here and have a bad game against us. We got to go out there and do what it takes to win. And today we didn't.
As for the Phoenix Suns, well, they get their 3rd straight win at the expense of the Charlotte Hornets. Both teams brought their A games, which made for a thrilling exchange down the stretch. The Hornets were even ahead for most of the final period as they tried to beat the Suns for the 2nd time in a week. But Phoenix rallied down the stretch to come out on top 120 to 113. Devin Booker and that man, Kevin Durant, scoring 30 and 27 points respectively. D-Book also had 8 assists, while KD grabbed the same number of rebounds. Durant also hit a tough go-ahead jumper with just over 3 minutes left, which sparked the finishing rally for the Suns. LaMelo Ball and Mark Williams tallied double-doubles in a losing cause. Ball had 25 points and 11 dimes, while Williams posted 24 markers and 16 boards. With the win, Phoenix brings its record to an even 500 after 38 games. Charlotte falls to a lowly mark of 8 wins and 28 losses.
The Denver Nuggets lean on their stars to erase a huge second-half deficit and ultimately beat the Dallas Mavericks. The Nuggets fought back from 19 points down in the 3rd quarter to come out on top 112 to 101. Denver outscored Dallas 33-12 in the 4th as the Mavs missed all of their 3-point attempts down the stretch. Russell Westbrook scored a team-high 21 points to go with 10 rebounds and 7 assists as he once again started for the Nuggets. Main man Nikola Jokic was a menace on the glass, grabbing 18 rebounds while tallying 19 markers, 9 dimes, and 3 steals. Klay Thompson led Dallas with 25 points in a losing effort. He also reached 16,000 career points during the game. The Nuggets are 4th in the West with a 23 and 15 record, and the Mavs are right behind them with 22 wins and 17 losses.
10 more NBA teams saw action today.
Let's check out the scores. Make it 7 straight wins for the Sacramento Kings as they tamed the Chicago Bulls 124 to 119 behind a big double-double again from Domantas Sabonis. The Oklahoma City Thunder make easy work of cellar dwellers, the Washington Wizards 136 to 95. Paolo Banchero comes up clutch for the Orlando Magic as they beat the Philadelphia 76ers 104 to 99.
Meanwhile, Jason Tatum puts up 38 points as the Boston Celtics narrowly defeat the New Orleans Pelicans 120 to 119. And lastly, another squeaker here as the Utah Jazz nose out the Brooklyn Nets in overtime 112 to 111 thanks to a game winner from Isaiah Collier. Coming up here on the show, UAAP MVP Kevin Kembao runs into some bad luck as he makes his highly anticipated debut in the KBL. That story and a lot more coming your way when Play-by-Play returns only here on One News. back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play only on One News. Tough break for UAAP MVP Kevin Kiambao. KQ will have to wait a month before returning to action for the Goyang Sono Sky Gunners in the KBL. Reports say Kiambao will miss at least 4 weeks as he recovers from a ruptured ankle ligament. Ouch! KQ hurt his right ankle in his debut for the Sky Gunners against league-leading Seoul SK Knights over the weekend. KQ had a bad landing after a three-point attempt with 7 minutes and 42 seconds left in the second quarter. KQ did not return to the game as the Sky Gunners took a 57-84 beating. The former LaSalle standout finished with 6 points and a rebound and close to 7 minutes of action before getting hurt. Kiambao immediately took to social media to thank his supporters and said he will be back soon.
UAAP Finals MVP JD Kagulangan continues to make an impact for the Suwon KT Sonic Boom as he plays his second KBL game against a very familiar face. Kagulangan and the Sonic Boom faced JD's former UP teammate and good friend Carl Tamayo and the Changwon LG Sakers. JD tallied 9 points, 1 rebound, and 3 assists, while Carl had 8 points, 5 boards, 2 dimes, and 1 steal. Tamayo and the Sakers ended up winning the match 78-70. Kagulangan made his debut for Suwon KT over the weekend. He put up 7 points, 9 assists, 5 steals, and 4 rebounds in 22 minutes of action. But the Sonic Boom bowed to the Seoul Samsung Thunders 63-78.
Meantime, here at home in the PBA, athletic forward Jamie Malonzo finally returns to the court for the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Malonzo had 8 points with 3 rebounds and a steal in the Gin Kings 86-63 win over the Blackwater Bossing last night. Malonzo did see only 11 minutes of action. Ginebra head coach Tim Cone says they will limit Malonzo's time on the court until he is back to full strength. Malonzo had been sidelined in the last 9 months due to a calf injury. As for another injured player, Isaac Go, Coach Tim hopes to have Big Isaac Go activated in time for the Commissioner's Cup playoffs.
It's been a long, long road for him, and we've watched him from the side and seen him, the work he's done. So it was just a culmination of the hard work of getting back into the lineup. We had minute restrictions on him. We'll try to continue to monitor his minutes for the next few games. Hopefully they'll increase incrementally as the games come along. We're hoping Isaac can get back by playoff time, or at least activate him for the playoffs, so he'll be available if he's becomes healthy sometime within the playoffs. He's a valuable tool for us because of his size and his ability to guard bigger. Once we take Japeth off the floor, we're pretty small. So that was the reason why we acquired Isaac, so that we could stay big once Japeth leaves the floor.
Coach Tim points to Ginebra's defense as a key to the win over Blackwater. The Gin Kings struggled from the field, particularly in the first half. They missed their first 15 tries from the three-point arc and finished the game with a 4 out of 23 shooting clip from deep. A third quarter surge did a job for the Gin Kings, though, as a 15-4 run stretched a 5-point spread into a 16-point advantage. Ginebra improves its record to 6-3, while Blackwater slides to 1-6 slate, virtually eliminating them from playoff contention. Gin Kings will now focus on games against the TNT Tropang Giga, the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters, and against the Meralco Bolts to close out the elimination round. Here's Coach Tim now discussing why they needed to beat the Bossing ahead of what he calls a tough schedule.
We weren't shooting the ball well, but we came with our defensive chops tonight. We had defensive chops tonight, and that's just something we did not show up with Northport. This was a really important game for us to take care of, because we don't want to put the pressure on us having to sweep those 3 games just to get to the playoffs. Those teams are too good. No margin for error. So it's really about consistency, consistent effort, consistent focus. As the playoffs come closer, I expect our guys to become more consistent and to lock in a little bit more to the way we defend.
The San Miguel Beermen stop a short 2-game skid, and coach Leo Austria credits the deep talent pool he has at his disposal. Austria rued his team's offensive struggles, but praised his players for finding their rhythm just in time to dispose of Magnolia 85-78. Marcio Lassiter drained 2 triples to give San Miguel a 4-point lead with less than a minute to go. Then, CJ Perez stabbed the dagger 3 in the last 25 ticks to ice the game. Before that, San Miguel shot just 5 for 26 from deep. They were also able to win despite shooting worse overall than the Hotshots at 36.3%. Perez had an all-around game with a team-high 23 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, and 4 steals. Import Jabari Narcis also played well with 18 markers and 23 boards, while Super Marcio finished with 8 markers. The win allowed SMB to keep themselves in playoff contention and avoid sinking to the bottom 4. San Miguel now has an even 4-4 win-loss record, while Magnolia falls outside the top 8 with a 3-6 slate. Austria and Perez talk about keeping themselves composed en route to a big win.
This is a good thing for us to win against Magnolia because they are our contender to get into the top 8. And this is a big event for us. Or else we will slide down to the bottom 4. And that's why we don't want to happen. But regarding the execution, I think, especially in the defense, we're able to adjust because they keep on attacking us, Junmar and man on ball on the pick and roll. And luckily, we're able to stop them, I think, 3 or 4 attempts on the stretch. But I have to thank this player because of their talent on a broken play, and that's what I'm expecting from them.
Nakikita ko naman, hindi naman nawawala yung trust nila coach sa akin. So it's just me na kung paano ko mag-respond dun sa trust na binibigay nila coach. And yun, I'm just happy today na we got the win. And yung effort namin nandun, hindi kami nakapag-execute pero yan, nag-compose lang kami sa offense namin and nag-trust lang kami sa isa't isa.
The PBA Commissioner's Cup will resume with a doubleheader tomorrow. Northport Batang Pierre will try to get their 3rd win in a row against the Meralco Bolts at 5 in the afternoon. Northport is looking to sustain momentum from a big win over Ginebra last week, but Meralco is also on a high after beating the NLEX Road Warriors last Friday. Then at 7:30 p.m., the rain or shine Elasto Painters and the Converge Fiber Xers will aim for a quick recovery after seeing both their winning streaks snap last weekend. Games will be at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium in Manila. But you can also catch them live on PBA Rush, RPTV, and the Pilipinas Live app. After the break, another milestone for Filipino tennis star Alex Ayala as she moves up the WTA rankings. Play-by-play, we'll be right back with more stories. Stay tuned to One News.
Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. A strong start to Yannick Sinner's title defense in the Australian Open. The reigning men's singles champion scored a straight sets win over Nicholas Jarry in the first round. Final score 7-6, 7-6, and 6-1. The world number one had to grind for 2 tiebreak sets before hitting his stride in the third to secure the win. This is Sinner's 15th consecutive major victory on hard courts. He's the 4th man since 2000 to win that many Grand Slam hard court matches in a row, joining Andre Agassi, Roger Federer, and Novak Djokovic. Sinner will face Australian Tristan Schoolkate in the second round. Speaking of Djokovic, he survived a tough opening test as he kicked off his quest for an 11th Australian Open title and record-breaking 25th Grand Slam crown. The 37-year-old Serbian star faced an early scare from American wildcard Mishesh Basavareddy, who made his Grand Slam main draw debut. Basavareddy took the first set to the delight of the Melbourne crowd, but Joker fought back with a solid performance and won the match in 4 sets, 4-6, 6-3, 6-4, 6-2. This marks Joker's 18th consecutive year reaching the second round in Melbourne. He will next face Portuguese qualifier Jaime Faria. Meantime, Carlos Alcaraz begins his bid to complete a career Grand Slam with a clean 6-1, 7-5, and 6-1 victory over Kazakh Alexander Shevchenko. The 21-year-old Alcaraz is gunning for his maiden trophy at Melbourne Park to become the youngest man to capture all 4 Grand Slam titles. Alcaraz is set to play in the second round for the 4th year in a row. He will next meet Japanese player Yoshihito Nishioka. In the women's side, Iga Swiatek claims a sweep to start her quest for a 6th Grand Slam title. The world number 2 overcame a tough stand from Katerina Siniakova to claim the first round victory in straight sets 6-3, 6-4. Swiatek is eager to bounce back after recently serving a 1-month doping ban. Up next for her is the 49th ranked Slovakian Rebeka Sramkova in the second round. World number 3, Coco Gauff, is also advancing after blasting past 2020 Australian Open champion Sophia Kenin 6-3 and 6-3. Despite struggling with the bright sunshine and some early errors, Gauff managed to regain her composure and secure her 10th straight singles win. The 20-year-old American remains unbeaten this year after leading the U.S. to victory in the United Cup. Gauff will face the 173rd ranked Briton Jodie Burrage in the second round.
Well, we've got a PBA and the NBA tonight's highlight reel. What a weekend. It's filled with a lot of sporting events, a lot of games too. Let's open things and open the week with Ginebra versus Blackwater. Take a look at this. It's Blackwater and then, nope, blocked by Scotty. And guess who's back? Welcome back, Jamie Malonzo with a 2-handed flush. Gin Kings at this point in the third quarter already up by double digits, but look at the whole bench, including Latiniente L.A. Tenorio welcoming back Jamie Malonzo. That just has to feel good for Jamie. After a 44-game, 9-month absence, Jamie had 8 points in 11 minutes as Ginebra blows out the Bossing 86-63. Welcome back to Jamie. Meantime, San Miguel versus Magnolia, 2-point game. 30 seconds left. Take a look at this. Here's Lassiter, goes to Junmar, goes to the corner to Jericho Cruz. CJ sizing up Barroca. Bang! 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 Big 3 for CJ and San Miguel. Now up 5, 25 seconds to go. Crucial play for the Hot Shots. Barroca blocked by guess who? CJ Perez. And Junmar retrieves the basketball. And that's all she wrote for Magnolia. Big plays on the offensive end, first with his 3 by CJ, and then on the other end, blocking that shot as they beat Magnolia 85-78. CJ had 23 points, 6 rebounds, 10 assists, and 4 steals. Another clutch moment, this time from the PBA. Let's head to the NBA. Oh, you've seen this on social media. If not, the rookie out of USC, Isaiah Collier, Big basket there. Probably, arguably, the biggest game and biggest bucket so far in his young NBA career. Take a look at Isaiah Collier threading the defense. Ice in his veins for the rookie. Collier had a career high, 23 points to go along with 7 rebounds and as many assists. The Jazz beat the Nets here 112 to 111. Woo! And how about this? Derek White. We go to Boston. TD Garden. Taps the ball. Jason Tatum. Nope. Misses it. Gets it back. And then flushes for the slam over DeJounte Murray, who was a very good defender. Well, once again, as the saying goes, if at first you don't succeed, try again and slam it with 2 hands with authority. JT finishing with 38 points and 11 boards as the C's survive the Pelicans 120 to 119. Now, let's go to Obi Toppin beating the Cleveland Cavaliers, but what a highlight in the third quarter. Obi stealing the ball from George Snehan and goes with a 2-hand reverse. Take a look at that.
Over the top.
Woo! Windmill, too. Great steal. Salute for Toppin. Man, he really has the hops for a big man. 12 points for Toppin as the Pacers win their 6th in a row, and they beat the Cavs 108 to 93. Also snapping Cleveland's 12-game winning streak. A lot of good plays coming off the weekend. Your favorite, Check?
Okay, well, Toppins was very impressive. I'm going to have to go with Jason Tatum because as the late, great Aaliyah once said, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again.
Grabe, no? Ayan, no? Pero buti na lang. Kasi he went out of bounds. Buti nakabalik siya agad. And then was able to recover. And good thing.
Buti na negurado siya. Like,
oh,
wait.
But, tinan mo, dalawa yung Pelicans din. Si Murphy, pati si Murray. Di bumalik. Bumalik si Tatum. Di ba? Naisahan niya. But that's a good play from JT as the C's beat the Pels in a close one at home at TD Garden.
All right, thank you for the highlights, Andre. And before we go, Filipina tennis star Alex Ayala has achieved a new career high in the WTA rankings. Ayala climbed to world number 136 despite an early exit from the Australian Open qualifiers last week. The 19-year-old started the year at number 138 but made a big move after reaching her first ever WTA semifinal at the WTA 125 Canberra tournament. Since her year-end ranking of number 147 in December, Ayala has risen a total of 11 spots. The Rafa Nadal Academy scholar continues to pursue her goal of making her Grand Slam main draw debut. Ayala will have another shot come the French Open qualifiers in May.
Good job, Alex. Congratulations
we love seeing that.
To you, and we hope to have you soon. I know she has a very, very busy schedule, but hopefully we get Alex via Zoom. That would be great. What a Monday. A lot of events happening. That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow at 9 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News. That's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Filipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Lutuncalao. Thank you for watching. Good night. Happy Monday.